Hello, everybody, and welcome back for another episode of My Chaotic Budget. I'm Sandra, and we are going to do a budget with me for my husband's first check of January, technically the second paycheck of January. And the reason why I say that, and I'll just go ahead and get into it super quick, is because I get paid on the 24th. Usually I get paid every 24th of the month, and my check usually goes to all of the bills that are at the beginning of the month. So that's why I technically say it's the second. So either way, it doesn't matter. We need to budget this paycheck. So yes, my husband is going to be getting paid on January 1st, which he will probably get paid earlier because of the holiday. So I want to make sure that I have everything planned out. Today is December 26th. I hope you guys had an amazing Christmas. If you celebrate, I hope it was wonderful for you guys. If you don't celebrate, I hope you're just enjoying time with family, enjoying time off from work, if at all. I really do appreciate everybody who works during this time, because I used to be in retail. I used to work in retail for Lowe's, for Staples. I used to work at all these different places, and I know how the holidays can get, so I appreciate every single one of you who does still work during this time. So thank you. All right. So a couple of things that I want to go over before I get into the paycheck budget with me. I do use the Budget by Paycheck workbook by the Budget Mom. This is where I house all of our finances as far as our bills, our income, and everything that we spend. So you won't be seeing everything that's in this book, but I will probably share a few things with you guys. So that's why it's here off to the side, and we'll get into that a little bit later. This notebook is where we will be doing our budget with me in just a little bit. And this here is my channel content planner. I'm hoping to stick with this. And as you can see on the calendar for the month of January, I do need to film for this paycheck. And I had a little extra time, so I thought I'd go ahead and do it now so I can check it off of the to-do list. Yes, so let's put this aside. I'll be featuring that in another video shortly, but this video is all about a budget with me. So let's zoom in. All right, this is my handy little notebook that I absolutely love. It is a moleskin. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. I've said it that way almost my entire life, or knowing this brand. And I was able to share with you guys December 4th, but I did not share anything after. And so here we are today. I love this pin, by the way. I was able to buy this, a single pin, at, I think it was Michael's. Yes, I believe it was Michael's. Oh my God, it is amazing. But it is not erasable, so this is not used in my workbook, but it is used here. And if I make a mistake, I make a mistake. Okay, so we are looking at my husband's check for January 1st. But before we do that, let's look at our December overview. Of course, as I mentioned, I didn't share all of our paychecks, so I'm only going to go over my GDGS, which is my groceries, dining out, gas, and spending. Now, this is normally what I share with you guys anyway, but I could not share with you all the bills, etc., that I normally share, like over here, but it's okay. We'll just go over the GDGS, and I hope that this is something that can kind of help you guys too, but I think it's very important to keep track of your spending, and I'll show you how I'm doing that in just a little bit. Okay, so groceries for the month of December, we spent $827.76. That's not bad. Actually, that is kind of more or less where I want to be when it comes to a monthly budget when it goes to groceries. I'm looking at spending anywhere between $900 to $1,000 for groceries. Now, you're going to see dining out, way over budget, like super way over budget. $1,050.95. That's a lot of money for dining out in 1 month. I know this. And I'll explain a little bit what happened, but I don't think I feel bad about any of it because December is one of those months where you can expect these kinds of things. Gas and diesel, this is about average for my husband and I to fill up our vehicles. So this is nothing out of the ordinary. And then, of course, spending was at $2,576.74. That is, of course, because of Christmas. And we'll go over the factors to consider in just a bit. But the overall total that we spent for that was $4,728.96. That's a hell of a lot of money. I know, and I have no excuses, but I can just explain a couple of things to you guys. So, factors to consider. Christmas. Oh my gosh. Christmas was crazy, guys. I know that I planned, but I didn't plan enough. And I feel like that is something to open my eyes a little bit for the upcoming year when I'm saving for next Christmas. So we'll see about that. Meals after events. We had so many events this month. I had my event with my school, and then we went out to eat afterwards. And then my daughter, she had her choir concert, and we took her out to eat afterwards. And then my daughter, my littlest daughter, she had her violin recital, and so we took her out. And I mean, there's just so many things. They had dance recitals. And, you know, they happen in the evening. They're hungry afterwards. There's no time to cook. So we would go out to eat. And so that's where a lot of money was spent, was meals after events. And then, of course, busy work days, no time for cooking. Needed more gifts than expected. That's what I mean as far as like the spending amount being really high. And then I did use a lot of the sinking funds and a skip a payment to fund Christmas presents. So this is not income. This is not all coming from income. This is also coming from skip payments. It's also coming from money that was already saved. So I don't feel bad because we're not in the negative and we are not lacking for anything. So this is just something to keep in mind for next year. Be like, okay, December's coming around. Do we have these amounts that we need? That way it doesn't catch us off guard. But now January is here or coming around the corner, and we don't need to be thinking about that, spending that kind of money anymore. At least there is the hope that we don't have to spend that kind of money anymore. So my husband's check is coming in. I hope you all don't mind. I need to write at a slant. His check is coming in, and the amount that I can share with you guys is $1,768. So this is what he's bringing in. We do have the car insurance coming out. I'm not giving exact amounts. I'm just rounding them up. The car insurance, of course, this is for my vehicle, his vehicle. We do have, I believe, full coverage on the truck. I think we just have the lowest amount that we need for our vehicles. So this is a decent amount. It used to be about $300, and we were able to negotiate and bring it down. So this is actually a really good number. Then Microsoft is the subscription. It's a family plan for my husband and myself and our children when they're ready, but it's mainly for he and I to play video games. I do need a stress reliever every once in a while that involves me playing a third-person game or first-person an FPS. I don't want to say the actual thing because then I think people are going to think the wrong thing. So, but I do need to play that. I've been playing games since my early childhood, and it's something that I do. And I just recently started getting back into it because it has been helping me to de-stress along with my journaling. So, love it. All right, Spectrum, this is our mobile bill. It would be higher. But $82 is pretty decent. My husband does get a work discount. This is for 3 phones. It's for myself, my husband, and our daughter, and also my husband's work phone. So there's 4 phones in total that are being covered by that bill. And that's not too bad. I think that's a pretty decent amount considering that my husband does get a discount. Then my Best Buy, which I wish was gone, but I enjoyed the pleasures of spending money. So now I need to pay it back. I have that bill coming out of $160. Amazon is $30, but that is more than likely going to change. But I'll explain that later as we go through the rest of this. Oh my goodness, I put this sticker here and it's covering. Oh no. Let me see if I can move this. Oh no, danger, Will Robinson, danger. Oh, I needed that space. Oh good, it didn't pull the paper. Okay, I'll just move it down here. Emergency avoided. All right, so yes, this number will change, but for right now, we're just going with the minimum of $30. And then I always have an account buffer, and that usually will go and be added to spending once we're done paying all the bills and we have no surprises. So let's look at what the total is here. We have 167, 22, 82, 160, 30, and 100. That comes out to 561. So let's take 1768, take away the 561, and we are left with $1,207. Okay, now we can go into the groceries, dining out, gas, and spending. Now, I am on vacation still, and I will be until January 6th. So it's quite a ways, but I think we're going to be okay. So we have $200 that we're going to put into groceries. My husband is still working, so he still needs to have money available to him for the next 2 weeks for meals at work. My vehicle has been filled, but I like to put $100 just in case. Whatever we don't use, this is all in one account, and so it'll be kind of like spread amongst these if needed. And then for spending, hopefully we don't need to buy anything. We did get a lot of gift cards, and so hopefully we can use those gift cards to buy the little odds and ends that we have. So this is a total of 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a total of $500 going towards the GDGS. And so let's go ahead and take that away from 1207. We still have 707 left. Okay. So now we can look and talk about savings. Okay. Extra debt, I would like to put the 30 that I normally do. Okay, that leaves us with 677 right now. I'll wait for emergency cash. Yearly fee, I need to take out 25 because that is just a given. There's no negotiating. $25 has to come out. Debt snowball, there is no negotiating the debt snowball. Okay, and then Eva, there's no negotiating Eva. Okay, so that leaves us with 252. Emergency cash, since we have 252, I am going to put $100 in emergency cash. That's cash that I pull out and I leave here on hand in case something comes up that requires money and not credit card, not debit card, not anything. So I will have that here and I will put that in the envelope. High yield savings account. So let's see. We have 152. I like to put a minimum of $100 when I can, but I have a new plan and I'll share that with you guys in a little, probably another video because this one's already coming out to be quite long. So I think that that's good. If we have that, then that leaves us with $52, but let's double check. So 30 plus 100 plus 25 plus 100 plus 200 plus 200, that's 655. And we take that away from 707 minus 655. That leaves us with $52. Now, $52, I would like to have some miscellaneous, but I do have the family envelope that is spare cash that my husband knows that he can go into and he can grab whatever he needs. So I am going to put, to keep things even, I will put $22 in there and I will have $30 for miscellaneous. And then that brings us to zero. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Okay, so that is pretty much our budget. Here's our bills. Here's our groceries, dining, gas, spending, and here's our savings. Now, I know Eva is not a savings, but I consider it like she's like an investment for our family, for our house, for our kids, and I need to make sure that I do that. That's just how I see it, and I feel good about it. And anybody else has a complaint, well, they can put it in the complaint box that's hovering over the trash bin. Yes, but anyway, so here it is. This is our budget that we budgeted everything out that we can possibly do. If something changes as far as the amounts, then we'll fix it. If we end up having money that's rolled over, more than likely what I'll do with the rollover, because the BS... it doesn't stand for what you think. That's bills and spending. In that account, whatever is left over, I more than likely will just add it to the spending. If it's a large amount, I might end up putting more into the high yield savings account. And then for the groceries, dining out, and gas, since that's a separate account, I more than likely will just move those funds to groceries. That's it. That's all there is to it. So that's our budget with me for today. Now, I'm going to show you a little insight into my budget by paycheck workbook by the Budget Mom. I freaking love this thing. Oh my God, I'm in love with it. I'm in love with this. Oh my gosh, I have some stickers. I forgot. I wanted to add them. So I've been in this book since it came out. So I pre-ordered it. I got it. I could not wait to be using it. And so I've been in this since November. And I wanted to share some stuff with you guys so you can kind of know how it is I'm budgeting. So I do keep track. I am keeping track of my expenses. I was really, that was one of my main goals, was to do everything that I can. Oh my goodness, this is getting in the way. To be better at tracking. And because I've been better at tracking, it has been amazing. I love the highlighter method. I love it so much. I do recommend that if you decide to use the budget workbook, budget by paycheck workbook, please use erasable pens. It is a lifesaver. I freaking love it. But yeah, I keep track of all of my spending. You can see how I have it highlighted. Red, or the bright pink, is dining out. And you can see that. What do we have? We have green as spending. Yellow is for bills. Blue is for gas. If you see any other color, I mean, it has a reason. Groceries is in purple. And, oh my gosh, I love it. And here, I label them at the top, bills and spending, GDG. So I have two separate accounts, so that way I don't get them confused. And I don't get our grocery money to pay a bill. Or I don't get our gas money to spend on other items. I have to keep them separate. And my husband, he's starting to appreciate that, because he's like, oh, we don't have any spending money. He's like, but then how am I going to pay for my lunch? I go, oh, there's plenty of money in that. Go for it. You've got money for lunch. He's like, oh, okay, that's perfect. Because there's nothing to be worried about, because they're separated. And I freaking love it, man. I love it with like a passion. I wish there was more expense trackers, because I do spend a lot. I do have a lot of bills. I mean, take a look. I mean, you can see all the yellow that is bills. I have a lot, and it's not that I'm going to change my lifestyle. I just need to pay down debt. That's all there is to it. But yeah, I mean, this was a heavy month, and I know why it was heavy, but this is how I'm keeping track. I do have some things covered up because I can't share everything with you guys, but I do have it here where I have been keeping track of everything every month. I have been keeping track of every check. Where are we spending? What are the amounts that we're spending? Where is it going? And I feel good, because I know where every dollar is. Another little quick peek. Let me see if I can show this to you. I don't think I have it available to share. Do I? Let me see. No, not there. No, I guess I don't have it ready, but I have this right here. This is what they look like. So you can see I did get these stickers from Jennifer Bleacher on Life in Envelopes, but I'm not going to continue using them. I don't like them as much as I thought I would. And it's no fault of hers. It's just I didn't like the color scheme, and I was part of her Patreon, but I went ahead and I stopped that because I don't like not being able to choose. And I decided to go with a different sticker company. So, but that's just me. But this is what it looks like. So I have one page for bills and spending and one page for groceries, dining out, and gas. And then I just, at the end of the day, I go in, I check everything. I check it in the morning, and then I balance things out. I'm feeling amazing, guys. This is the best. Yes, but anywho, I just thought I'd share all of this with you guys. If you're using the Budget by Paycheck workbook by the Budget Mom, let me know your thoughts on it. I know some people don't like the changes that she made. I absolutely love them. I'm not having any problem. I'm just happy with the size of the notebook, because I'm glad that it's not the large size, because I can't handle the large. It's just too big. Look at my desk. It's already, this one right here is the small, and it's already taking up a good portion. And look at my camera. My camera wouldn't even be able to to handle it either. But if you're using it, let me know what your thoughts are. I plan on using this for many years to come, unless she makes changes that are not worth, using anymore. But that's just me. I am so freaking happy. I am happy with this. But all right, guys. So thank you for being here. If you haven't yet, make sure you like, you comment, subscribe. Let me know if there's anything you have questions about. Hopefully I can go into more detail with my 2025 goals and get into a little bit more of my plans for my financial goals and my financial plans for 2025. But all right, guys, I gotta go. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.